So I wanted to ask you something. Have you ever arrived at work completely fine, walked through the door, sat down at your desk, and suddenly your heart starts slamming? Not a little flutter, I mean pounding, like it was trying to punch its way out of your chest. And you're sitting there and you're looking around and you're trying to act normal. But your hands are tingling and you just can't catch your breath. And in your head you're thinking, this is it. I'm having a heart attack right here at my desk. Well, I know that feeling. I have been there. I have sat in a meeting, gripping the table even, convinced that, I was going to collapse or, but thankfully nobody seemed to notice at the time. But it could happen to you if it hasn't done so already. And the one thing is, you can be in full-blown panic because you don't know what the heck is going on, not realising it's actually a full-blown panic attack. And this is actually connected to your hormones, and this is something that nobody tells you about. So I really want you to hear this because you're not losing your mind, you're not having a breakdown at work, and you're probably not dying, right? So that's the first thing. Now, what it really feels like, and I know this because I've been there, it's not just feeling a bit stressed about your inbox being full as you arrive at work, or, when your heart physically slams against your chest and it's really tight and you can't seem to catch your breath properly and you can't even string a sentence together and your hands are tingling. It's really confusing and it comes out of nowhere. You're not even thinking about anything stressful. You've just walked into the building at work. You're fine 1 minute and then suddenly your body is in full emergency mode and you're sitting there trying to act normal while your nervous system is screaming. And here's the thing that nobody warns you about. The embarrassment, because you're at work and you're meant to be professional and you're sitting there thinking, if I stand up, I'm going to pass out. If I speak, my voice is going to shake. And if anyone looks at me, they're going to know something is wrong. So you sit there, you grip the desk, you pretend to read an email, and inside you're genuinely convinced something terrible is about to happen. And I know some of you have had to leave work early, or you might have been sitting in the car park crying because you can't even fathom how you're going to be able to cope with going into the building that day. Or you might have even called in sick because the thought of walking through the door made your chest go tight. And you've been telling yourself you're weak or you're dramatic or even that you're struggling to cope. But hold on a minute. This isn't weakness. This is your hormones. So just to be clear and properly clear this up for you, shall I? Here's what's actually going on. During perimenopause, your estrogen doesn't just gently decline like we've been led to believe. It fluctuates wildly. It goes up and down like a yo-yo. And estrogen does not so much more than regulate your cycle. It actually helps as well with your nervous system, and it keeps you in your fight or flight response in check. So when estrogen suddenly drops, your nervous system becomes basically, it is like, driving a car without any brakes even. Your brain gets a signal from something that is wrong and there's no actual danger, but your body fills in the gap. It thinks, right, emergency, and it floods you with adrenaline. And that's where you get the racing heart and the tight chest and the shallow breathing. All the physical symptoms or sensations that you think might be a heart attack. So you can be standing at the photocopier or walking into a perfectly normal Tuesday morning meeting and your body decides it's under attack. It's not the photocopier and it's not the meeting. It's your hormones. It's hitting the panic button and you're just along the side, just thinking, well, hold on a minute. What is going on again? And it's your stress hormone, your cortisol, because your cortisol now is basically, it's doing its thing, You've got less of it as a hormone, which keeps you calm. And the more of the hormone that keeps you on edge, basically. So no big deal then, happy days. But the thing is this, and I want you to hear this, okay? Has anyone actually told you that perimenopause anxiety is a recognised thing? Because I speak to so many women who are going to work every day having panic attacks in the toilets, and they think they're the only one. They think they've developed some kind of anxiety disorder out of nowhere. And I've never been like this before. I used to be confident. I used to handle pressure. What is wrong with me? And they're too embarrassed to say it out loud because, you know what? You've got to tell someone. Now, it could be your boss, it could be your work colleague, it could be a family member or a good friend of yours. But you need to be able to explain what's going on and how you're feeling. Don't keep it to yourself, okay? Now, let me say it for you. Perimenopause anxiety in the workplace is incredibly common. It's not you being dramatic, it's not you being weak. And in most cases, it's certainly, it should be something that can be looked at as nothing too serious. However, I would suggest you get yourself checked out if you do have regular pain in your chest and panic attacks, just to be on the safe side. But in most cases, it would be your hormones. So if everything feels like it's too much lately, the anxiety, the exhaustion, the not knowing what's happening to your body, I've put together something that might help. It's called the MIDLIFE Energy Audit. It's completely free and it's only 7 pages. It helps you figure out where your energy is actually going and what you can do about it. I'll pop the link in the description, no pressure at all. It's just there if you need it. So let's talk about what may help you, because I don't want to just to explain to you like a problem and then just leave it there. I'm not going to tell you to just relax or just take a deep breath in the middle of a team meeting, because if you could, you would, right? Just like me. So the first thing, I would like you to track it. Track what happens and when. Make a note, whether it's on a piece of paper or notes on your phone or in a diary or calendar. Scribble even a symbol or something, just something that you know when you're having this feeling or this experience. Is it also when you're due your cycle, for those that still have one? Because a lot of women tend to have this a week before they actually have their period. So when estrogen is at its lowest, this is when it normally kicks in, like I say, the week before your cycle. So it can help take some of the fear out of, what is happening and help you prepare for, in case you feel that anxious feeling coming on. Second thing is, have an escape plan. I know this might sound dramatic, but honestly, it can help you. Now, know where the toilets are, or know where there's a breakout area, or basically just get up and get some fresh air. Make sure to take 5 to 10 minutes just to give yourself that permission to step away and to take a deep breath, get some fresh air, or, even if it means get up, go to the kitchen and make yourself a cuppa. Just do something that's going to sort of try and break that cycle of that emotion that you feel stuck in at the time, something that will help calm you down, enough for you to be able to get through it. And the one thing that surprised me, cold water trick. If you go to the bathroom, try running some cold water on your wrists or splash it on your face. It shocks your nervous system back into the present and it can break the panic spiral. It sounds too simple to work, but it does help. Then the third thing, like I said before, please talk to someone who gets it. Someone preferably who's gone through the same thing or is going through the same thing. So at least you've got someone that you can relate to. And you can check on each other and help each other through this difficult and quite an easy time. Because the loneliness of it makes it 10 times worse. And you could be sitting there thinking that you're the only person in the building whose body has betrayed them, but really you're not. Here's what I've noticed. The woman who goes through this and comes through this the other end, they're not the same on the other side, and they're certainly not weaker. They're more clearer. They start setting boundaries at work, they stop apologising for needing a break, and they realise that their worth isn't measured by how much they can endure while falling apart. And maybe this panic attack at work is just the alarm bell that finally makes you stop performing and actually start protecting yourself. So let's bring this together. Perimenopause anxiety is real and it is physical. It happens because estrogen fluctuates, messes around with your nervous system, and your brain goes into fight or flight without actually threatening. The heart can race, the chest can get tighter, And the breathing, the feeling of like you just can't breathe, it's terrifying. And especially when it happens to you at work and you're trying to hold it together. But it's not dangerous in most cases. It's your body in transition. So I want to let you know that you're not broken, you're certainly not behind, and you're not failing. You're responding to a body that's asking for something different right now. If any of this helped you today, please share it with someone who needs to hear it, because the more we talk about this, the less women have to sit alone in the office toilets trying to remember how to breathe. Please give this video a like, please give a subscribe to the channel, and thank you all for being here. Take care and stay blessed.